Welcome back to part 49. Wait, what? Why did I say welcome back to part 49? We just started it!
I'm confused.
We've all done that before.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I actually said the completely wrong title of a game once, but I was in charge of editing that part, and nobody noticed at the beginning, so I actually re-recorded a clip of myself saying "Welcome" to the correct title. And,
oh man, you see, we could.
I recall that. I recall that part. I just didn't call you out on it.
Oh man.
Is that your means of trying to be polite?
Yes.
Try and interrupt anybody?
Yep.
Come on, how long have you been in this channel? You interrupt as fucking much as you want.
Oh, Freya's here.
So I was saying...
See, you're learning already.
Oh yeah, Freya and Amarin haven't met each other at this point. Do they start having happy... Oh, they do start having happy slaps. Yeah, called it. So yeah, so Freya, when we last left her, was holding off something with Beatrix. What was she doing after that point? Like, was she just like sitting around getting drunk at the bar or whatever?
Possibly.
I'm not really sure. I don't remember what she was doing.
Well, she was helping Beatrix in the cellar of the castle, but that was about it.
Well, repeat the question, Ted.
Okay, so when we last see Freya with Beatrix fighting off those dog thingies when we were escaping from Alexandria after trying to save Garnet, and we never hear from her again until this point. Like, what was she doing? was she getting drunk? Was she having fantastical adventures? Like what?
I assume she escaped and was just in the area, but well, maybe they mentioned it and I just don't remember.
It might be like a passing line of dialogue or what have you, or you know.
Yeah. It's a little retort from Amaranth. It's like, oh, is this a friend of yours? Or tell her I'm the flaming Amaranth. It's like, yeah, that means absolutely nothing.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
It's weird because the Flaming Amaranth is just a title. We never actually find out this dude's name.
Well, you can name him whatever you want. So.
In Japan, he goes under Salamander.
Well, is he still called the Flaming Salamander? Because I know mythologically salamanders have a connection with fire.
Well, a salamander just may be his Japanese nickname. I'm not sure if it's his actual name.
Yeah, salamander doesn't have quite the same sound to it.
It doesn't.
I think it's because of his hair.
Well, I think salamander just doesn't sound cool because salamanders are really, like, I know that they have a mythological connection and all that, but they're really kind of a lame lizard. They're just kind of like tiny and they kind of slither around and don't do much.
Well, you know, the Japanese ear for what sounds cool in English is completely different than the actual English ear for what sounds cool in English. For example, Tina was Tara's name in Japan, and that sounds totally exotic to them. Not so much over here. It just sounds like...
But to us, it's Tina.
To us, it's your classmate 3 desks over. You know?
Yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time imagining a Tina turning purple and, like, shooting magical fire all over the place and everything.
Steiner, what are you doing?
The gang's all here! The gang's all here!
Ah, crowd, there's too many of us. 2 of you need to go.
Yeah, quickly, before the end of the world happens.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're forgetting Garnet and Kina. Yeah, oh. This is our
There's still too many people.
This is our... We have every party member now, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's here.
Yeah.
Steiner is being a bit of a dick at this point.
He's been a dick the whole game.
Well, he feels his duties have been renewed.
Yeah.
Now with the new queen and all that, so I think he's overcompensating.
Yeah, more or less. But, you know, these are the people who basically kept Garnet alive for, like, all this time, and they're basically the only reason that Garnet didn't die, and with Steiner never knowing any better about what was going on. So you think he would show a bit more gratitude?
Well, he did kind of develop something resembling respect for Zidane throughout the course of the game. Like, he's just being a dick about it again now for some reason.
Now, I like this little detail that probably flies over everyone's heads, but even as she's backing up and trying to be the person who the dignified queen and all that, she says all right. So she's gotten used to talking like that. Yeah, and that's...
I know it's like PS1 graphics, but her dress never bends. It's like soaked in super starch.
Yeah.
So super starch is the reverse of super soft?
Yeah. I was actually kind of hypnotized by her dress.
It just wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Ah, man. He's not even verbally voice acted, but I have trouble talking over this particular scene.
It's
I want to do her.
It's very interesting because even though Zidane is portrayed as a playboy and all of that, you get a very clear sense there that he has no idea how to talk to a girl that he actually likes, has feelings other than wanna bang her. It's like he has no idea what he's doing, and I think that's actually very interesting because that's a common trope, but it's very rarely portrayed with anything resembling like sophistication. So yeah.
Oh man.
And now we're going to follow this heartfelt scene with goofy hijinks if this music
shenanigans. Yes. But these goofy shenanigans lead to something fairly interesting now. Okay, so Blank got the letter by mistake, and now Steiner's gonna get the letter by mistake.
Because Eiko's setting up Blank and Steiner.
No. So he's wondering who could have possibly sent the letter. And he thinks it's for him. And then who should wander in?
And then Baku just wanders in.
Ah, man.
Quiet, you fool.
So were they trying to set up Beatrix and Steiner, or was that just...
Not at all.
No. That was a letter that Eiko wrote for Zidane. Zidane. I used to pronounce it Zidane. And then Baku wanders in. But of course, all this distracts them from actually asking each other what the hell was going on, or about the letter. So it just never comes up again. And by the end of the game, Steiner and Beatrix are together. It's never really dwelled on by the story at all, but they're together at the end of the game. And it all started here.
Aw, how cute. I don't know how that relationship would even end up working.
The most we get earlier before the love letter scene is that they have some affiliation, and not necessarily because they're knights. They seem to have some sort of personal disdain for each other.
There's a bit of a rivalry between their two orders. And, Steiner in particular seems to resent Beatrix for one-upping him a lot. Because Beatrix is a really storied general with a long list of achievements behind her. And she's basically, Queen Braun's most trusted.
And Steiner's a fuck-up.
Oh, and yeah, this is our next story. This is our next story section. A card tournament in Trino. I kind of like this because, other Final Fantasy games, the plot sort of carries straight through the game, but here, after Queen Braun dies and Princess Garnet is being set up as the queen, we just have this period of downtime.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, because, they don't know where Kuja is, and, at this point, Kuja's a dick, but Braun has been the main villain up to this point, so really all of their main threat has been taken care of, so, what else are they gonna do,
Yeah. We're gonna watch Batman now?
Hooray,
wait.
Dornan and Thoren's theme.
Wait, they're still here?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're still a thing.
Didn't we kick their ass?
Yeah, but we didn't actually kill them.
Oh.
And these two, unfortunately, work for Kuja.
Oh, I thought that they worked for the queen.
Well, they work for Kuja now.
Okay.
Those two are never really explained in any cohesive way. Also, look at them playing squirrel with the statue in the courtyard. Jesus. Have you ever watched squirrels doing that? Like, when you happen to see one on a tree, how they'll always maneuver themselves so that they're on the opposite side of the tree from you?
I don't squirrel watch.
It's just a squirrel's natural instinct. They'll latch onto a tree and then they'll climb around it so that the tree stays between them and whatever they're hiding from.
Yeah, because trees are, like, safe and shit. So we're just going to this children's card game tournament in Trino because why not? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like we said, we don't know where Kuja's at, and since Queen Braun's dead, what do? Play card games.
The answer is nothing.
Yeah, so they're basically they have downtime, so they're just doing a thing with their time. It makes I like this portion of the game because it makes the group feel more natural.
You don't, especially in older games, you don't get too many chances to see the party just shooting the shit with each other, so it is appreciated, I will say. Also, we just kind of warped there. All right.
Also, this is a really oddly mature scene for Eiko.
Yeah, she sees right through Zidane facade.
Yeah, but she's like it's like she starts out really childish about Zidane, but she's just really bright underneath her immaturity. So she catches on, and at that point she's just really insightful about it. Is all. It's just little details about the characters that I love so much. That's the kind of thing that sets some characters apart from the tropes, I mean, you could call Eiko the annoying little kid, and to some extent you'd be right, but she's written better than, say, Vanille.
It's hard to do. Well, that's not hard.
I completely forgot about that scene. They went out of their way to explain how Vivi got to Alexandria with that ATE.
What, you mean at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, because he lived in Trino before this?
Yes.
Well, he lived in a cave near Trino.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can leave the town and find Quail's
Yeah, but
Cave.
if anybody asks, he lives in Trino.
Okay, but yeah, but writing. What I was gonna say is writing young children is hard to do because it's very easy to just make them obnoxious. See Anakin Skywalker, but they can be really charming when they are written well because children aren't just like dumb tiny adults. They have a very specific way of thinking. So, and that's often like that viewpoint is not really portrayed in an awful lot of different types of characters. So it can be very endearing, but it's hard to do right. So. Yeah, you have to have
we also finally get some stuff going on with Amaranth now, because this is the town in which Zidane and Amaranth had their little encounter before the game. So we do get some explanation about what went on with them. And
Amaranth classifies as an encounter, Zidane is just passing by.
The way it's described, it's kind of just the equivalent of Zidane putting a random kick me sign on Amaranth and then forgetting that he ever did it.
Yeah,
pretty much that's what happened.
What do you get what do you get for finding all of these things?
What, the Zodiac items?
Yeah.
Give me a second, because, it's actually been such a long time since I did this.
Is it just not worth it most of the time, or?
No, it's worth it, especially considering
Well,
it's just you can find them all on your way, so might as well
Yeah.
pick them up.
Each individual Stelazio has a pretty nifty reward as well, so it's worth doing.
Okay. And Trino's, you said, is one of the cities that never gets locked out at any point, so it's
Nope.
not like you have to do it all before a certain point in the game.
Well, I'm not sure about the individual Stelazio themselves, or whether or not you can find any of them in a locked-out location, so...
Oh yeah, that's...
You'd have to look up a guide to be sure about that.
Okay.
I never found them all myself. I never actually
I
bothered
know. I
with
always
it.
go out of my way to do the side quests. I just don't remember. I can't remember the damn reward. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, okay. When you give her the 12th one, she gives you the Robe of Lords, which is a pretty good piece of equipment. But after that, she gives you hints for a 13th coin, and that gives you Cinna's hammer, which just for an extra scene at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I just love this ATE, where Gilgamesh just totally wipes out trying to abduct Eiko. Oh, man. I like that him.
I'm not sure.
And Eiko just has no idea. But yeah, this
And we
is
get an item
another-
for it.
Yeah, another case of an ATE where you get a reward for watching
Do it.
So that's pretty cool.